Burr, it's cold in this open.
So cold. I wish it was cold because global warming has permanently messed it up, and now it's going to be 120 degrees in my town for the next 2 days.
We've done this. We've done the Burr cold open thing before. I'm 97% sure.
We did do that. That's why I pivoted and made it about global warming.
Oh, so now we're heavy-handed and derivative. Welcome to Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freakout!
Ace of spades. The ace
of spades.
The ace of spades. For one episode, we need to get permission to do Ace of Spades.
It would cost so much money. Are you kidding me?
Do you think? I think they'd give it to us for free. We're so nice.
We'll just do a cover of it.
Oh. Same guitar though.
I'm potentially ordering a new piece of recording equipment, so that might be more possible. So I'm just looking into it because it's a $200 piece of equipment, so it's something I'm having to really weigh the odds about. But it is
a lot of dollars.
It is a vocal adjustment board made by Roland. So what it does is it makes it to where I can basically, when I'm recording music, instantly auto-tune myself and instantly make myself sing like chords and add effects to my voice just by like hitting some buttons, which I think would be pretty fucking neat.
That would be sick.
Like, especially for what you like, most of your music you're making nowadays is for like our podcasts, and like that's an easy way to make some really dope stuff.
Yeah. I like making music for our podcast. It's pretty great.
You could also use it for bits.
I could use it for bits.
Oh, so many
All
bits.
All of the bits.
That's a lot of bits. I'm really loving where Sleuths and Secrets is this season. Just a little bit of shameless plug. Welcome to Junk House Feels No Shame. And it's where we talk about the things we do that we like, that we want you to like, that isn't this. And that is not wonderful.
The other show we do.
The other show.
Yeah, it's the other show. But not the other show that you may look up if you look up shows with Caleb Burley and Cordell Hutchinson. Not that show. It's the other.
Yeah. There is a defunct show out there called Just Super. It could at any point be revived, but it won't.
I honestly, if we ever were like, let's shift and use different theme music instead of our theme music that we have right now, which is of course Psychobilly Freak Out by the Reverend Horton Heat off the album Spoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. If we were ever like, let's use something else, I would just say, let's just use the Just Super theme because I worked hard on that. That was, it's a banger still. It's a
really good theme.
I go back and listen to episodes of Just Super just for the first like minute so I can hear the theme again.
I'm going to say it. The only way you'd get me to do Just Super again is probably if we started getting like celebrity guests. Like I want people who have played superheroes or who have written comics or something. I want them before I revisit it, I think.
Yeah.
Just because it just got so blah.
Yeah. Thor killed it. That was
Thor
the movie.
Killed it.
Thor was the movie that killed it.
Kenneth Branagh killed our podcast.
Kenneth Branagh killed our podcast, and he also ate my son.
What?
He ate my son. He ate my boy. I've abandoned my boy. I've abandoned my child.
Got a little Gandalf-y there.
Got a little Gandalf.
I got a little bit of Gandalf in me.
Everybody's got a little bit of Gandalf.
Got a little Gandalf.
A tip.
If you look inside yourself, you're gonna see a magical man, and that's Gandalf, just deep down inside of you.
You know that magical man that just like shows up whenever he intends to. That's Gandalf.
That's Gandalf.
That
appears inside of you.
Everybody has two wolves inside of them. One is Gandalf. And the
other's just a wolf.
The other is just a wolf.
Just a wolf.
And guess what? They're friends.
They are best friends.
They are best friends. You know what else is best friends? when we read reviews. Hey, guess the movie. This one is
they're
actually
getting so bad.
I know, they're so bad. How was that? I mean, how was I supposed to transition from that?
No, it was flawless.
So this one we're going off the beaten path a little bit with this one. Because not only is it not a half-star review, it's a movie you haven't seen.
Oh shit.
Because it just came out.
Oh shit.
But I think this review it has enough hints that you'll be able to get it. Okay, are you ready? This is actually a 3-star review from the Film Drunk. This person is drunk watching films, and we love it.
Thank you, Film Drunk.
Thank you, Film Drunk.
Glad George Lopez is back in the superhero genre.
Ding, 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 Blue Beetle.
It's Blue Beetle. After his acclaimed performance in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Yeah, it was Blue Beetle.
Fucking got it.
Normally we wait till after the review to...
Yeah,
no,
Caleb, there's an order here.
I'm not waiting
anymore. There's a process.
From now on, if I know the movie, I'm just going to fucking say it.
What about when you're wrong and then you're an idiot and a moron?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
When you're wrong and an idiot and a moron, that's Saruman in you.
But Blue Beetle, apparently it's pretty good. Inside of you, there are 2 Beetles. Blue and black.
Beetle.
Well, no, because one of them is also gray, and that is still Gandalf. I don't know how he's a beetle now.
Gandalf the Gray Beetle.
He does whatever he wants.
Inside of you, there are 2 of every animal. You are Noah's Ark.
You did it. Your soul is the ark, and the floodwaters is... Come. We're back, baby. It's jizz talk again. One episode off. We're back.
Welcome back.
Let me erase the 0. Or it's now 0 days since we've talked about cum.
Yeah, days without cum talk.
0 days since.
I was not going to watch the Blue Beetle movie simply because I've just been so let down and bored with DC lately. But like,
that's fair.
Is it good relative to DC or just good?
That's the thing. I don't know yet, but from the reviews, at least on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 77. And like on Letterboxd, which is more surprising to me, it has a 3.2 out of 5.
Oh wow!
Which is for Letterboxd on the higher side.
Yeah.
Can I be real about DC movies and maybe share a controversial take?
Yeah,
sure.
Of course.
I don't control you.
I watch most of them that come out once they hit a streaming service because it's inevitable that they're just going to go to HBO or something.
Yeah.
Max
now, yeah.
There
hasn't been a good one at all. Like every time I watch it, I constantly think this could be the one. And outside of, I'm gonna say the only one is The Suicide Squad. That is the only one I've seen that I was like,
yeah,
that's actually a good movie.
Just a really good movie.
All of them are on the good side of them, watchable when high. And on the bad side, utter dog shit.
Yeah, I was, when we moved Nick on the way back, we stopped at a hotel, of course, like you do on a 16-hour drive.
Yeah.
When you rehomed Nick.
When we rehomed Nick, yeah.
I think we should talk about moving as rehoming. I think.
Yeah.
It's so weird that you had to pay $100 fee to get...
Yeah.
to get him rehomed.
It was weird that he had to pay rent.
Yeah. But in the hotel, when I turned on the TV, Wonder Woman was on.
That's a decent one. That's a decent movie. Wait, Wonder Woman 2?
No, the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
You mean
Why would I
Wonder
watch that
Woman
movie?
1984?
Yeah, that's the George Orwell Wonder Woman crossover.
Isn't it 1984?
I think so.
It
yeah.
is. It is 1984. I thought it was hilarious that they
It's the
landed on
Just-
that year, the
Yeah.
Orwell year.
They're just
Everyone, when
85. Come on.
Wonder Woman came out,
Well, 85 is the Bowling
I
for
just-
Soup year.
I just remember everyone
Fuck,
was
you're
like,
right.
"Ah, shit."
Sorry, Caleb. I'm so sorry. Carry
No,
on.
you're good. You're good. When Wonder Woman came out, I remember everybody being like, "This is a feminist masterpiece. This is amazing. This is awesome. This is whatever." If that's a feminist masterpiece, I feel sorry for feminism. It's such a bad movie.
It's
I
not
have a hot
good
take.
movie.
Any legitimate feminist masterpiece is almost universally hated.
by
Yeah,
anyone
I would
that's
say
not
so.
feminist. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, if your movie, like, I don't think any feminist movie is broadly appealing to people that are not feminists. Wonder Woman is a feminist masterpiece for people that don't like women and are like, see, you got one now. You got a movie. She's not sucky. She's hot and sexy and scantily clad the whole time. This is a good lady movie.
Here is, I think there are 5 levels to a feminist masterpiece. Level 1, you get dunked on by Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson. If that
The
happens, you're
easiest
off to
bar.
a good. That's the easiest bar. If
You are
get that,
bare minimum feminist.
yeah, you're off to a good start. Number 2, women like it. That's number 2.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ben Shapiro is like the leech that'll crawl up the like storm wire. You've seen those old like leech barometers?
Yeah.
Okay, for anyone that doesn't know,
Yeah.
in the
I
Middle
don't know.
Ages, basically they would put leeches in jars with strings and connect the string to a higher place. And when a storm was coming, leeches seek higher ground, so they would climb up the string and ring a bell as they climb, and that's how they knew a big storm was coming, by the more leeches that started climbing.
That's
Oh,
terrifying.
that's wild.
Crazy, right?
Kind of cool though.
So Shapiro is the leech barometer of a decent statement movie. Like, if your movie's got a decent moral, he's the first one that's starting to climb up the wire because he's like, oh no, higher ground, higher ground. And then actual normal people care as the second level.
Yeah, normal actual people kind of care. Level 3 is your Joe Rogans. Your Joe Rogan listeners start getting pissed off about it.
Are the Tates in there as well?
Yeah.
At level 3?
The Tates are around level 3 because I feel like Andrew Tate would hates Barbie, and Barbie I think is an actual feminist masterpiece.
Yeah. I have a
several ways.
prediction for level 4.
What's your level 4 prediction?
Is it Logan Paul misunderstanding your movie?
Yes, it
Yes!
is Logan Paul misunderstanding your movie.
It's all talking.
And then it's all talk.
I
It's
walked
just
out of
people
Oppenheimer. It's all
talking.
talking.
It's all people talking. Wait. And then level 5, and this is the level that you truly have to cross to be a true feminist masterpiece, which is actually give a shit about women. Why is that such a hard bar to cross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've finally seen both Barbie and Oppenheimer, and I wanted to address
God.
it on the show.
Oppenheimer, baby.
I finally saw both of them.
I was a little distracted because when you said Andrew Tate and Barbie, I was like, Andrew Tate must have said something stupid about the Barbie movie, right? So I had to look it up. The first thing he said on Twitter was, only Barbie movie I'm watching takes place at bedtime. I don't know what that means. Maybe he wants to watch it in bed, He wants to.
Is he using Barbie
Is it about
dolls to
sex?
masturbate?
I think he's masturbating to a Barbie doll.
I think so. The only other one was 1,000% bunch of dorks. No wonder all they do is lose on every single issue. OMG, I watched Barbie and have an exclusive. Bruv, even Ken would beat the fuck out of you. Get alive? Yeah, fuck Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one of my favorite jokes in that movie? In the Barbie movie that I think about and have been quoting occasionally, kind of when Olivia says something, is when Barbie eventually approaches the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Yeah.
And says that, tells Ken that she thinks she's ready to be the long distance, semi there, kind of there for you girlfriend for Ken. And he closes the door and says, I'm going to need a second. And then walks to another room and just, sublime!
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Apparently that was improvised.
That's 10 out of 10. Let Ryan Gosling be in every movie. I love him.
Yeah. I've had one stuck in my head, and it's she called me a fascist. I don't own the railways.
I don't control the railroads or commerce.
Yeah.
But I think if we're talking about feminism in movies, we need to talk about one of the simplest and easiest tests to pass, but also one that is often, I don't think, a legitimate barometer for whether a movie's feminist or not.
You're talking about the Bechdel test?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's favorite test, the classic, do two women have a conversation, not about a man? Very easy to do.
A fun fact, Lord of the Rings trilogy does pass the Bechdel test, but it's only because a mother and daughter are trapped in their city, which is being burned, and the mother looks at the daughter and says, "We must escape!" And that's the only line, but they're the only two on the screen. So
they did it.
There's a tweet that I think about a lot when people talk about the Bechdel test, and it's posting that the Joker 2019 passes the Bechdel test and Breakfast at Tiffany's doesn't until I'm removed from the feminist movie group.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I really just wanted to share that tweet, but it's also like, it's interesting. That's just like a super easy low bar for anything to hurdle. But also, like, passing that doesn't necessarily mean your movie cares about women. And failing it doesn't necessarily mean your movie hates women.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what a movie that I think is a feminist masterpiece?
Yeah.
Mad Max Fury Road.
I love that movie so damn much. That is a feminist masterpiece.
And it's a feminist masterpiece. And it's also one of my favorite examples of it because what they did was genius of marketing the movie to be like, gather all your dude bro friends. There's gonna be trucks. There's gonna be explosions. There's gonna be babes.
There's gonna be Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy hallucinates for the first 5 minutes of a movie.
It's gonna be orange.
Lots of orange.
Unless you watch the black and white version.
Brought to
Do you like teeth bullets?
Brought to you by the director of Babe 2, A Pig in the City, and
You're
Happy
kidding.
Feet. Mad Max Fury Road.
But Charlize doesn't got an arm.
Charlize
How
has
could
no
that
arm.
be a feminist movie?
Because what they did,
if you take women's arms away, you hate women.
All these dude bros went to see the movie and then came out and said, "What the fuck? They cared about women in this movie? This is inexcusable."
Tom Hardy didn't even bang all the girls?
Tom Hardy had the opportunity to bang so many girls and he didn't even bang one of them.
They didn't even show me some tits?
Only man tits.
And then everybody else went to see the movie that was worried about it being a misogynist piece. And then everyone else went to see it and they were like, oh, wait, this movie's just the bare minimum of just Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy being like, these girls are getting like raped, and it's very bad. Let's get them out of there.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like the amount of agency the women have, because at its core, like the plot of Fury Road is like a group of oppressed women taking action to free themselves from oppression.
Yeah.
And like that's the core of it. Like Mad Max, it's about Furiosa. It's not about Max.
And now they're making a Furiosa movie.
Which they should. I really think the issue is it has been so long. Like they did not strike while the iron was hot for Fury Road. I will see whatever sequel they made, but they should have. Fury Road came out what, 2016, 2015?
I think 2015.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, 2015.
Like we are 8 years hence from that. The iron is no longer hot. I will see the movie, but like they should have put this out 2017
But
if they wanted a franchise to really take off.
This also follows the general trajectory for Mad Max. Mad Max is one of my favorite series.
That's true.
So you have Mad Max comes out in 79. Mad Max 2 comes out in 81. So not too big of a gap. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome comes out in 85. Then nothing until Fury Road in 2015.
Yeah.
That's a 30-year gap in movies. And now Furiosa, which here's what I'm excited about. Okay. Furiosa, Anya Taylor-Joy is playing
she in there?
Imperator Furiosa.
Wait, what?
It's kind of a prequel. Yeah, it's kind of a prequel.
I'm less interested.
Chris Hemsworth is playing Immortan Joe.
More interested.
Yeah.
You do have Charlize Theron coming back.
Time travel. That's it.
And
the nukes opened time portals.
It is directed by the same director and written by the same pair.
Okay, that's fair.
Daniel Weber's going to play War Boy.
Daniel Weber's going to play War Boy?
I was hoping he would.
Cordell, what if I told you right now, and you're not going to believe this, our favorite actor, Alex Time, is going to play Dementis Viker? I know.
You didn't say Alex Time was going to be in this film.
Now, I know what you're thinking. What do I know Alex Time from? What if I told you that he actually did a lot of the stunts for Elvis, which was a bad movie, and I hated it. And he is doing all the stunt coordination for Godzilla versus Kong: The New Empire.
I love that franchise a lot.
So good.
I'm just saying, if you don't know Alex Time from The Lost One or Nine Perfect Strangers, don't even talk to me.
You're missing out.
He was Butcher 2 and Hitched. Like, get off my back about it, you know?
Wait, in that one movie with Will Smith?
Oh, no, that's Hitch. That's a different movie.
Hitched is the sequel that confused a lot of people.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm surprised Hitch never got a sequel, honestly.
Hitch was a pretty good movie, at least what I remember.
There's got to be a Hitch 2.
It's probably problematic nowadays.
There is a Hitch 2, and it's about Hitch trying to get his groove back so he can date a woman.
Wait, there is no. It's in talks for Hitch 2. Son of a Hitch. I don't know. I don't care enough about Hitch. I don't think it's that problematic. I mean, anything from that era is womanizing and sexist, but that's about it.
Can I talk about George Miller for a second?
Yeah.
Who's the director of the Mad Max series overall?
I wanted to talk more about Alex Time.
Well, too bad. I just want to say his filmography is pretty fucking wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So, one of these Cordell might be excited about, because he starts, like, his first big movie is Mad Max, and basically he just wants to make movies for Australians by Australians. That's his whole goal. Then
That's
he
my goal,
goes
too.
and he directs
We like
what's
that.
now known as Mad Max 2, but at the time was called The Road Warrior. Then he is one of the directors on the Twilight Zone movie from 1983.
Great movie. Love that movie.
He directed the segment for Nightmare at 20,000 Feet.
That's the best one in the movie.
Agreed. Then he's got Beyond Thunderdome in there, and then he's kind of like not really doing anything. He directs some stuff that doesn't really go far, whatever. Then he comes back, 1998, Babe Pig in the City. What the fuck happened?
Well, I mean, keep going from there.
Yeah, and then they actually
He
have
comes
Happy Feet.
2003. He makes What a Girl Wants with
Yep.
Amanda Bynes.
Yep. That 2006, he's coming back with Happy Feet. 2011, Happy Feet 2. And then Mad Max Fury Road and the movie 3,000 Years of Longing starring Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba.
Yeah, it's a really wild filmography he's got. I think that speaks to a person with a very specific kind of passion, but who is also willing to just make money.
I really think that's it.
He also did direct the 1985 music video "We Don't Need Another Hero" for Tina Turner.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he did direct that. If I'm remembering right, that was off the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome soundtrack and was kind of like, because she was in that movie. If you have not seen Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome,
I've only seen Fury Road, full disclosure.
I actually think all of the movies are pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The first trilogy is very much more about Max. Kind of being a dude bro and killing people.
But
buff.
It's
also kind of a leftist lean to it, where it's like, you've got Max who's fighting this group of fascists that are trying to rule the roads. Pretty wild.
Pretty wild stuff.
Because I like Fury Road, and I found a combo pack for cheap with Fury Road and like 2 of the first 3, I think, or the other 3 Mad Maxes. Just never watched them. Along with the Transformers 5-pack I bought because I was fondly remembering the Transformers movies, and then I watched the first one and promptly had no interest to watch any of the remaining 5.
Because they're bad.
They're bad.
Because they're bad.
They're bad.
So I just, in case you were worrying about it,
probably very anxious.
Cat Max Furry Road does exist.
I was waiting on that.
I wasn't expecting to worry about that, but as soon as you mentioned that it exists, I was kind of worried that it wouldn't exist. I'm guessing there is a. Oh my god!
Oh, I knew it was going to be horny.
Options.
I knew.
Well, if you think about it,
horny.
I mean, some of those fights are pretty horny. Between the shirtless men.
I think fights are inherently horny. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. There is sexual tension in every fight. People's bodies are getting real close. There's a lot of sweat, a lot of grunting. I get a little turned on in any fight.
Especially between big men.
Yeah.
Oh, the big burly men.
You wanna see me get a little hot under the collar, so to speak?
Yeah.
You just put on the fight scene from Dark Knight Rises with Bane and Batman going at each other. That's just 2 slabs of beef hitting each other.
When Bane blows out Batman's back.
Yeah, blows out that back.
You merely adapted the sexy. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't know the Uggos until I was already a man.
You merely adopted the homoeroticism. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't know straightness until I was a man.
You merely adopted the sex, Batman. I was born in it, bred by it. I've had sex with so many men it's uncountable. What do you think that pit is down in the desert? I've had sex with all those men. Top, bottom, switching halfway through to get a different feeling. It's all been great, Batman.
Caleb had the most spot on sound impression, which means it's probably going to be the worst audio of the three.
Yeah.
Probably
Bane is not
be
a
like
good
unlistenable.
voice for audio.
Not, but it is. It's not, but it is. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Now I've got a dog attacking me. Okay, this is great.
Because he hates Bane?
He hates Bane. I should have let y'all know. My dog Wilder fucking hates anything to do with Batman.
Yeah.
Probably
What?
because
Why?
yeah, probably because when his ears stand up, he looks like the Batman cowl in a shadow, and so sometimes I bully him with the Bane
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
And just say like, "You're a stupid dog. Nobody will ever love you."
Well, when you first got him and you broke his back over your knee, I mean,
it
he's gonna be
wasn't a great
traumatized.
move. It wasn't a great move. He's literally like got his front paws on my leg and refuses to move. I've taken off his collar to make sure no jingling comes through just in case. But he's just, I just want to say, I love my dog so much. I love Wilder. I've owned several dogs throughout my life, and none have been so stupid as Wilder.
He seems like a real dumb boy.
He really is. Yesterday, it was like, to me, very funny because normally he likes to sit on the couch where Olivia and I sit.
Yeah.
Because
Classic.
that's pretty normal. So
Yeah.
normally he prefers where I sit over where Olivia sits. But yesterday he was curled up on the couch where I sit, and normally when I go to sit down, he crosses the couch, no problem. Just goes to the other side. Yesterday, I put my knee on the couch to kind of like prep him to be like, you gotta move. And he let out the only time I've ever heard him do this. He growled and was just like, gave me a look that was like, I'm getting real tired of this old man.
Yeah.
And so I just stopped. I was like, I just waited a second and then just was like, what's wrong? And then he went, and then just slowly walked to the other side of the couch while maintaining eye contact.
Oh, he's opinionated.
He is. Like, I don't think people who don't own dogs understand how opinionated dogs can be.
Yeah. They have a lot of personality. Like, I work with dogs constantly. I'm dealing with a lot of dogs at work. Like up to 30 dogs at a time sometimes.
That's a lot of dogs.
It's a lot of dogs. A lot of stank. But they have a lot of personality too. And I had a dog growing up who she would do a similar thing. If you tried to move her from her nap spot, she was growling at you wholesale. Like, no hesitation. She would never do anything about it, but she was going to let you know she was pissed that you were moving her when she was napping.
So,
But it's my house.
Dogs are actually all communists. They don't believe in property.
Hey, that's aren't we all? That's understandable.
I'm sorry. Dogs are not communist.
No, they are.
No. Shut up.
No, Caleb.
No,
they are. No, don't you even start.
I've got proof for the political leanings of dogs. You may think that they are communist. They're not.
You're
They're not
full of it.
Marxist-Leninist as much as I wish they were. They're not socialist. They're libertarian.
Shut your whore mouth.
Because think about one of the things that you're scared of in the dark. If there's a dog in the house, you don't want to step on them. Don't tread on me, is what that dog's saying to you.
Right.
They're saying, don't tread on me. I'll buy back.
But Caleb, what about all the quiet codes?
Oh, shit. I wasn't even meaning to segue into that. All right. Cordell, have you looked into the quiet code at all?
I already told you when you asked if I knew anything that I don't research anything ever.
That's for the best. Sammy sent this to me, and I'd seen it before. But Sammy sent it to me with commentary, and that made it better. So there is a woman on TikTok that has said that the way the video opens is woman being like, I don't think liberals understand that Republicans just have their own code that they use. And there's like this whole world going on that liberals just don't understand or know that's going on. I call it the quiet code.
Now, prep me beforehand. Is this going to be legitimate political commentary, or are we gonna dog this?
We're gonna dog this so hard.
Okay, I wanted to know which way we were heading so I could like mentally prepare. If we were gonna get deep and political, I needed to shift gears. I'm in a dogging mood today.
Oh, no. We dogging.
We're dogging.
Because here's the thing. This person, I don't think they understand that we know what's going on. First of all, quiet code. It's almost no, we know what that is. You like, oh, I hear whistling. Wait, no, I can't hear it, but Wilder can. That's right, because it's just fucking dog whistles.
And a few of them, if not all of them, are like, when a country boy turns his hat on backwards, you know he's Republican.
Yeah. So the first one she says is when a man puts moderate in his dating profile, that's because he's actually a Republican. That man's a keeper.
Wait a second. Does she like the quiet codes?
She loves the quiet code. She's like, these are the way that we do it. Now,
oh, so she's a Republican who's really into Republicans and wants you to know all the quiet, sexy ways Republicans tell you they're Republican.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this woman. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Because some of the other things get even weirder. Like, if they drive a pickup truck, they're a Republican.
Well, most truck drivers suck, so.
This is just you might be a redneck.
Yeah.
Can you send me this list?
I don't have an actual list. I can find the video real quick. I know I have the video with commentary in my like recently watched in YouTube.
Because if it's a quick video, I would love to.
Oh, it's like 5 minutes.
That's too many.
But
that's too many minutes.
I'll still send it so you can watch later. Yeah. Here's the thing. Some of the things are like, if they enjoy grilling, they're a Republican.
Yeah, this is just you might be a redneck. Like, that's all it is.
You might be a Republican.
So I thought it would be fun if we came up with what we think are the quiet codes for Republicans, and we listed some things that Republicans do.
We should do the same thing for liberals as well.
We should.
Honestly. Conservatives and liberals.
If you enjoy a nice picnic down by the lake, you might be a Republican. Those are my favorite that are just like the most mundane bullshit. If you drink water sometimes outside, you're a liberal. Okay.
If you wear boots to formal events, you're a Republican.
If you say, do you have oat milk at the coffee shop? You're a liberal.
If you get your back blown out by beefy men 4 times a week, you're a Republican.
If you are the beefy men doing the blowing, they're doing the back blowing, you're a liberal.
Liberal.
If you like Brokeback Mountain, you're a Republican.
If you can read, you're a liberal.
If you can write, you're a Republican.
Yeah.
You know that song? I forget who made it, but it's like, dinner? No. Hungry? No. Dinner? Yup. You know that song? It's like, nope.
No.
Yup.
Oh, yeah. Yup.
No.
Nope.
Yup. And then
Nope.
it's just this feels like that, but.
Yeah. If you have a subscription to Duolingo in an attempt to make it to where you can understand people from other countries better, you're a liberal.
If you have Duolingo for the express purpose of saying slurs in other languages, you're a Republican.
If you go to another country and get upset that they don't speak English, you're an American.
Amen.
I don't get why they don't all just speak it. It's so easy for me.
I, just for fun, looked at a how to learn English course from French, which I'm currently learning. It's fucking insane how wild English gets.
I can't imagine having English as my second language. Every other language has like, here are the rules, and the rules work. And then English is like, I hope you figure it out, dog.
I before E except after C, except when it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, that rule's one of the dumber ones. That's just not accurate.
Yeah.
That it just sucks. English as a language really sucks because everyone's like, "Oh, it's a romantic language. It's based off of Latin." No, the fuck
Germanic.
It's not. It's Germanic, and even then, it's not even that. It's like kind of Germanic, kind of romantic, kind of it. It's so many other things that it just.
I mean, I think it genuinely makes English a very excellent trade language. Like, I know the main reason it's the big global language is because of imperialism. But I do think English works well as a trade language because it's a hodgepodge. Because honestly, no matter which language you're coming from, there's a little bit of English that makes sense to you based on where you came from.
There's always a little piece you can hold on to.
Yeah. There's little bits that make sense. And like, I think that works well. I would be curious what the trade. I mean, on a real level, trade languages are just whichever culture took over most of the world at some point in history.
True,
but
and true.
I'd be curious to see what the trade language would be if it weren't English.
Do you want to know my general actual belief? Because my grandfather has a doctorate in language.
Yeah.
And he is a pretty firm believer that everyone should learn Esperanto. Esperanto.
Isn't that movie with the magical house and the family with powers?
No.
That's Enchanted.
Oh, thank you.
But Esperanto is a language that is designed to be a second language. Like, it is really, it's kind of weird.
But it was like, was it intentionally created as a second language? Like, it did not organically form?
Yeah, it was intentionally created. It was okay. It was created by from what I understand, a man, what's it called? World War II. That's what it's called. It was created around World War II. That he basically wanted to create a language that would bring world peace. So it brings elements of every language that are like the easiest to learn and combines them into one language.
Ooh.
Dang.
It's an interesting language. I learned a little bit from my granddad because he speaks it fluently.
Yeah. I feel like that would
but,
be a good
yeah.
jumping off point to a third language too, if you learned.
Yeah, I mean, that's really
Esperanto.
what it's designed to be, is that you, like,
Yeah.
learn Esperanto, and you can use those building blocks to learn
Other language.
German, to learn even, like, Russian and, like, writing Cyrillic, and yeah.
Ooh.
It's specifically influenced by, like, I'm trying to remember all the languages that it really hits. It's specifically, like, Belgian, Spanish, German, Russian, Italian, French, and English, like, specifically. Because I think, like, he wanted to it I don't know. I know that, like, they teach it in, like, China still, and that's why, like, I think a lot of Chinese people do know multiple languages outside of Chinese,
Yeah.
and the same in Japan, so
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you
So-
don't have a bidet, you're a Republican.
I don't.
well, how does it feel to be a Republican?
You know, I really, really hate gay people.
Can I actually talk about something that is buck wild going on in the Republican Party right now? And this
Yes.
is kind of serious, and then we can dunk on this guy a little bit. So there is a man that is putting in his bid for presidency named Vivek Ramaswamy.
That's a fantastic name.
That's an incredible name.
He is currently second in the polls behind Donald Trump.
Is this a negative thing, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one of the main things that he is running on is raising the voting age from 18 to 25 unless you can pass a literacy and civics test.
His
Huh?
own base would fail.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things. The second thing is we've had these laws before that you had to pass a literacy and civics test. It was called the Jim Crow laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racism.
Racism and classism.
And classism and racism.
Call
and
that
classism.
crazinism.
So I'm looking him up to remember some of the stuff because he's fucking idiotic.
Is that going to raise the age you can join the military to 25? Or
Nope, not at all.
Is that going to change anything else? Or just I fear young voters?
He just fears young voters because let's be honest, young voters tend to vote more Republican or tend to vote more Democrat.
That's because you get more Republican as you get older. Remember, the older you get, the more conservative you get.
Yeah, that's been very funny because my dad says that every time he comes to visit me now. Because every time
more
he comes
liberal
back,
by the day.
Yeah, every time he comes back, I'm like, yeah, have you ever considered the property is theft? And he's like, "Ugh, liberal. Yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy is
He looks like a
piece of shit.
Muppet.
He does look like a Muppet.
To be fair, everyone looks like a Muppet at some point.
At some point in your life. And this picture that I showed, this is his Muppet moment.
Exactly.
So this is just
I need a shirt that says that. This is my Muppet moment.
That's beautiful.
This is from his website, which I sacrificed my algorithm for to go onto and do research. He's got a page called America First 2.0.
2.0,
which is 25 policy commitments to make America first again, better than Trump.
Okay, what are these?
Revive American national identity. Nationalism. That's what that means. Just nationalism.
As a policy?
As a policy. Unleash the American economy.
These aren't actual policies. These are
Declare
concepts.
independence from communist China.
These are what?
Dismantle managerial bureaucracy.
Oh, is this the guy that said he wanted to like get elected and then lay off most of the people?
Yeah, he
on
wants to
Capitol
fire
Hill?
like 70% of the government.
The thing that doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Drain the swamp, they say.
And weaponization of government and finance markets.
You weaponize government and finance markets, good sir.
That's what you do.
Now, here's what's also funny is he has another page on there that's called civic duty voting, where he really wants you to vote. And what he says is that it's a physical act. You have to show up and do it. No more mail-in ballots, which is all
2023. I pay every bill. All of my money is on the internet, but the internet is not secure enough for me to make a vote.
Yep. Now, here's what's funny is his number 2 point is we need to increase young voter turnout.
What? Sir.
But you
see
want
your first policy.
Also, again, like nothing he listed in that first list was actual policy. That was just vague promises. Like, say what you will about libertarian candidates, but in 2020, when Jo Jorgensen was running, and I was like, she was the only candidate I even kind of liked, on her website specifically listed the policy goals and the ways that they would work.
Mm-hmm.
And not just vague hollering about how America's bad because of X group and I'm gonna fix it.
Now, here is the fun thing. I'm gonna read directly from the website. Vivek supports a constitutional amendment to implement the civic duty voting amongst Americans aged 18 to 25. The fuck? In substance, this amendment will increase the standard voting age to 25 while still allowing Americans to vote at age 18 if they meet a national service requirement, at least 6 months in the military, or pass a civics test required of all naturalized citizens. Voting will remain open to citizens starting from the age of 18 who are U.S. and have demonstrated civic information of at least one of several ways. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm actually getting an important call from my boss right now. I'm sorry. All right, I'll be right back. Y'all can riff without me. I'm sorry.
That was just such a weird riff point because he was in the middle of it.
Yeah, that was pretty.
No.
Samantha and any Pokemon fans out there, did y'all see they revealed a new Pokemon yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Sammy, it is a regional variant or regional evolution. They haven't specified. It is called Poltergeist.
Poltergeist?
Poltergeist. So Poltergeist, right, is the tea ghost.
Yeah.
Poltergeist is matcha tea. And the cutest little homie.
I'm looking at it right now and I love him.
Right? That's a
matcha.
really... I don't love matcha, but I love this little dude. One, Grass Ghost, better typing than Pure Ghost. And it's got like a cool doubles ability. I'm hoping that it will like have a better move pool than Poltergeist, because Poltergeist did not have a good move pool.
Yeah, it's cool design, not the best.
Yeah, but it's got a little stick, and I like that. I like when they hold things.
Do you know what that is?
Is that a tea stick?
It's a little stir stick for the matcha. There's like these ceremonial stuff that like is a little bamboo stick for mixing them.
It's very cute and wonderful, and I'm very happy and excited to use it as my bestest friend.
Grass Ghost is dope too.
Grass Ghost is a dope typing. I like
one other Pokemon, right?
I think that's the anchor. What's Delmise? That's it.
Oh well, I was saying Phantom. That line.
Oh, then we have more than one. Grass Ghost.
Is Delmise?
Yeah, Delmise
too.
Yeah, we have like Gourgeist and Phantom. So there's a little bit more than we thought, but cool typing. I've never loved a Ghost Grass like I love this one. And when you get a chance after we record, Samantha, you need to like watch they did a reveal video and it like tells a story. It's probably the most beautiful Pokemon reveal I've ever seen.
Okay. Welcome back,
Hi, Caleb.
Caleb.
Hi.
Do you remember what you were saying?
How did important thing go?
It's good. It's fine. It was literally just like there was something that it looked like I made a mistake last night, but I didn't, and so
Because you
it
don't
was
make mistakes.
Oh no, I do. But
No, you don't.
Anyway, yeah. So Vivek Ramaswamy, piece of shit, does not like understand how civics works. It's bad time.
This is a bad man, bad time.
Bad man. There's also tonight is the Republican national debate in Milwaukee. And if you were curious,
Yeah.
yes, Donald Trump is planning on airing an interview at the exact same time to try and pull away as many faces as he can.
It is hilarious to me how expertly petty that man is.
Professionally petty.
Like, he has had a lifetime of being a bad person, and I don't think you can beat him at his own game.
He just doesn't.
Yeah.
He
I mean, like,
doesn't.
it's one of the things, like, his bond, he's getting arrested today as well. Like, he's being processed at Fulton County Jail in Georgia as we record today. So Wednesday, August 23rd, for you listeners out there.
That means we'll maybe see his mugshots.
Yes, and I really hope, I pray, that they somehow found it in the budget to go get, like, a Nikon or something and, like, really step up their game, and they just get the crispest image possible.
8K, 12K picture resolution.
Because I'm going to print that out and put it up in my home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get a print of that. I may have my friend who's an artist, like, paint over it and shit and make it look really cool.
Yeah. To kind of, I think, transition from the serious political talk and then move into a little bit of lighter things before we close out for the day.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Got kind of a two-part statement. One, maybe center your political thoughts on how to genuinely help people. Like, why does a government exist if not to enrich the lives of its citizens? There's no reason for a government to exist outside of that. If it's not actively making your life better, it's a failing government.
Yeah.
Two, don't call yourself a small government party if everything you want to do restricts the lives of people more and more through governmental use. Don't even try to front with that nonsense about being a small party about religious freedom when you want everyone to have to live exactly the way you live. Like, I don't know why that's such a hard thing to realize.
I really think if people are ever confused about how the Republican Party got to where it is today, well, one, there's a video by Vox, which is actually pretty good, that shows like the history of the Republican Party.
Nice.
And two, look up Barry Goldwater and really learn about him, because he is he basically, like, people are like, oh, Reagan ruined the Republican Party, and no, Barry Goldwater did it before Reagan. Reagan just perfected it.
Also, I hate Ronald Reagan, so like,
fuck Ronald Reagan.
Boo.
His grave is a gender neutral bathroom.
all bathrooms are gender neutrals. I've never seen a toilet with a gender.
You seen the guy on TikTok that dances in front of Lyndon B. Johnson's grave?
Sing songs to Lyndon B. Johnson.
He's my favorite.
That's funny.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
So we covered earlier in the episode that inside you is Gandalf the Grey, and Saruman the White, and a wolf.
And the
And
Blue Beetle.
two wolves. Two wolves
and the Blue Beetle. Well, one of the wolves is also Gandalf.
Well, there's also one of the Beetles is also Gandalf.
And also Gandalf is one of the two Beetles you have. Blue
So
and gray.
the Trinity?
You're at least 1/3 Gandalf.
At all times. I also think, for any of my stoner friends, you also have Radagast the Brown in you.
Oh, I got Radagast in me all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm Radagasping.
There you go. I also think that we all have an element of faith in our hearts.
I love
and in
her.
our souls.
She's
within
so nice.
ourselves. We have an element that really, really, really needs a reverend.
I'm blown away. I'm blown away, just like the first time that I ever heard Psychobilly Freak Out by the Reverend Horton Heat.
Yes.
Which is off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. And it's our opening and closing theme song, and we're so grateful for it.
Every single day I wake up and I thank the Reverend.
Thank you, Reverend, so much. I can't believe in one episode we had the worst transition ever and the best transition ever.
I thought of that transition when we first made the Gandalf joke, and I was like, I need to beat Caleb to the punch today.
and you did. What you listeners need to beat to a pulp is that reviews. Go ahead, review us on iTunes and at Apple Podcasts rather, and Spotify. Yeah, we also got TikTok, Twitter Talk, Junkhouse Pod. I don't even remember the last time we've tweeted, but hey, that's okay.
What you listeners also need is to hear this email.
Yeah, we got an email this week.
Yeah. We have an email from Fielding.
Classic.
You get a ghost.
Welcome. Yeah, have a ghost Fielding. There you go. Welcome to Did You Know? Junkhouse. Did you know? Some animals can be affected by a condition called subcutaneous emphysema or balloon syndrome, which causes a large amount of air to be trapped between the animal's body and its skin. Treatment is deflation via puncturing a small hole in the skin. See below before and after. In short, the Sonic the Hedgehog inflation kink fandom is scientifically accurate. Thank you for subscribing to Did You Know? What are you doing, egg bro?
No, I did not need to know that.
Yeah, when I started the email, I was like, this is just genuine scientific information. What's happening? And then it got around to the kink. I always knew it was going to be kinky.
I'm giving you a very special ghost, Fielding. It's the creator of Inflation Kink. They're coming to your house.
Are they dead?
They died? From inflation.
Who created Inflation Kink?
What's your name?
Who made the inflation?
No.
Apparently it's former President Richard Nixon.
I knew it. I knew Nixon was a sick freak.
One of the best known examples is Mr. Blowup, who appears in Deviant Desires books. He wears air-inflated double-skin latex suits and has made a number of TV appearances in the UK, including Eurotrash.
Wait, if you want to send us an email as well, I'm so sorry. That was a sick transition. I like it when we end with heavy kink talk. However, if you would like to send us an email and get a free ghost, apparently we do have some presidential ghosts in stock. I didn't kill them personally. My fresher ghosts are also available if you don't want presidential ghosts.
Once you get enough ghosts in one room, ghosts just start showing up. So,
Yeah, ghosts have a magnetism to it because we understand ghosts as much as we understand magnets. If you want to email us, You could
junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com.
Just say it.
junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com. Send us an email, get a ghost.
We say something every week. This week it's this.
One of the most famous examples of body inflation in popular culture is Violet Beauregard from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
She's a kid! She's a kid!
That's what Wikipedia says, though.
Wikipedia's a sick freak.